So Teacher Stephanie has a book that we made that we wanted to show you a book because some of you were talking about protests and people, and we're going to show you a book. Too, we're going to put it on YouTube. So there's a picture on the front of the book.
Do you see the picture? What do you see here, Natalia Maya?
A human.
A human.
A human.
Yes, it's a human.
And his name is George Floyd.
Can you guys say that? George
Floyd.
Yes.
And something happened to George Floyd.
What happened?
Well, we'll have to read the book
Should
to
we
find out.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's called Social Stories for George Floyd. The picture of the person right here. Okay, ready? People are angry and sad in our cities and all across the country.
Angry significa que los sentimientos les duelen sus sentimientos.
Yes, their feelings are hurt, Maya. Should we find out why their feelings are hurt?
Because si alguien le roba sus cosas, si alguien roba sus niños, si alguien no tiene comida, se hacen tristes y angry.
Yeah, those are good reasons to be upset and sad if someone takes your stuff, your clothes, your children, and your food.
Could he hide the
Because something broke,
he hide?
his heart's broken.
Y tal vez que mis sentimientos se hacen tristes.
So you've been sad before? So you know what it feels like to be sad too, right? I think we all can relate to this.
And Teacher Stephanie, but why are the people sad for George Floyd?
Es because sad y angry es cuando tú también seas como algo espárraro y como si seas como algo feliz, se sean los sentimientos muy bellos.
We find out why they're sad and angry for George Floyd. Should we find out? Let's flip the page. George Floyd was killed by a police officer.
Oh, I have that movie.
You've seen this before?
My daddy having the television.
On the TV, on televisión?
What did you see on the television?
I see that and the police is in this square over here.
Yeah, he was on his throat, right? His cuello, yeah.
Can't see it.
Natalia, I saw you went, why did you go like that? Why did you gasp?
It's because him robó su alto. It's because lo agarró us like this.
So who stole the car? Him? So he stole a car and the cop went on him. That's why the cop put his knee on his throat. Is that why you think happened?
Yes, my daddy told me because he's mean.
Because he's mean.
Who's mean?
Who's mean? Can you tell me which one?
Why is he mean?
Because he stole the police.
He stole the police?
No. Him stole the car and the police. It's because he knows his mommy him not surrounds his car. He sees one his mommy opens his car. I just want his mommy because she's going to want go home.
So he wants his mommy to go home?
He wanted his mom.
Yeah. He
That's
did.
right. What if I told you, Maya, that he didn't steal a car? I saw a video that said he didn't steal a car, but the police still killed him. Let's find out what happens next.
George Floyd was a black man. The officer who killed him was white.
Do you know what it is when you're black?
Black es cuando tú eres bebés, hace otro diferente color.
That's right, your
yes.
skin, right? The color of your skin. What color is your skin?
You know?
You're considered brown.
Mm-hmm.
And look in the picture. What does George Floyd have with him?
Who's with him?
Him is black.
He's
Yeah.
black, but he has a daughter.
He has a baby girl.
So he was a dad.
He's a dad. He has a daughter.
You see, Natalia?
Should we find out what else happened now that we know a little bit more?
Because I got his shape.
They took his shirt like that. Why?
Why, Natalia?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I know.
You know why?
It's because him que llevó su alto. Su alto lo llevó porque él solo quería trabajar. Antes quería robar y lo que se ofrecía su carro, pero él no podía llevar su carro porque no le dijo a él que no le llevara su auto. Es porque él le hizo su cuello así y él dijo, ¿por qué llevas mi auto? Yo escuché en el televisor que mi papá, que él escuchó, pero no lo pagó, pero él estaba ahí.
So he had the car to go to work, and then what happened was that he wanted to take the policeman's car. Should we protesting because George Floyd shouldn't have died?
Do you know what a protest is? Do you remember last year, Maya? We went down to City Hall and we marched. We went on the bus and we had signs and we were saying that we love our teacher needs more money, and we were protesting. Do you remember that? So people are protesting now because they said that the officer shouldn't kill George, that wasn't nice.
Especially when the person saying things that is saying like, I can't breathe, you know, we have to respect people's bodies. So this is a protest. You see people holding signs.
They're holding the signs, and Teacher Stephanie, what do the signs say?
Let's see. I see, yeah, this one says justice for George Floyd. Justice, yes. You know what justice means? It basically means to make something right. Because what happened wasn't okay. And this one says Black Lives Matter.
Have you heard that before? Black Lives Matter? You have heard that. Where did you hear that?
My mommy told me.
Your mom told you that? Do you know what that means? That means... Well, let's see if we can figure out what Black Lives Matter if we read the book.
All right, let's see. Many police officers protect us. This officer did not protect George Floyd.
I can see.
Police help people, yes.
That's right.
And police got bad guys.
The police get bad guys.
Bad guys son como lo llevan a la cárcel y no lo dejan salir.
Yeah.
Y se hace mucho tiempo ahí y tienen un baño muy feo y comida muy fea. Es porque lo llevan a la cárcel.
So when they're bad, they take them to jail and they have a dirty bathroom and bad food in jail, and it's a long time. That's what you're saying?
But what happens when the police take the good guys to jail?
Ooh.
I have
Only bad people?
bad people.
Only bad people?
Y the girls and the boys, the girls and the boys, they're no nice. They're either the girls the boys, they can be nice to you. Pero you couldn't pass the police guy, they're not gonna do bad cosas.
What if I told you guys that sometimes police officers do take people that are good to jail?
They make mistakes.
Yeah, like we make mistakes.
Then the guy takes me there.
He never gets out if he's bad. Okay, ready to see?
Then the police got a key.
And they have the keys, so they can only let them out.
Tienen unas pistolas y pueden matar a alguien.
Yeah, they have guns and they can kill people. Should we see what else happened in the book? For many years, some police officers, I'll show you right now, okay, Natalia? Officers have hurt black people, and it's not okay. Look at, what do you guys see in the picture right here before I tell you what it is?
It's a lot of people.
A lot of people. You see lots of people. What do you see?
What's the color of their skin?
They're black and white and brown and
They're different shades of brown, right?
they're different.
Yeah.
My mom say different colors like markers, like drawing. The people mouth is so and this is sounds. Antes yo era muy pequeña y escuché a mis papás, pero yo escuché.
Yeah, I'm glad you're listening to your moms and your dads. So all these people you see here are people that have been killed by the police.
That a lot of people, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I see a movie, The Police.
You see
A lot of different police.
a lot of different police.
Mm-hmm.
How does that make you guys feel?
Make me so happy.
What makes you happy?
Roban las personas malas que hacen como si roban hijos. Pero yo ahorita estoy curada. Ahorita los policías no me llevan a mí porque soy una niña.
So you're happy the police aren't going to take you because you're a little girl?
They're not taking you.
They can't take you? What about you, Natalia? How do you feel about looking at this picture?
The police too full. Y también alguien puede matar a los policías.
People can kill police.
Pueden ir los policías, pero los policías son mucho mejor. Ellos ellos siempre saben cómo matar personas.
That they're better because they know how to kill people.
Is it okay to kill people?
No.
Why?
Pero si las personas sí están felices, si las personas sí es muy mal, podrían llevarlo a la cárcel. Y las otras no podrían llevarlo a la cárcel.
So if you're good, you don't go to jail, but if you're bad, you do go to jail. So all these people right here, for so long, police officers have not been treating them fairly. A lot of these people died by policemen.
I don't like that.
You don't like that? Why don't you like that? What about you, Natalia? I heard you say the policeman fell. What do you mean? Mm-hmm. No? You may have heard the words Black Lives Matter. Having a very good conversation. We've heard this word before in the beginning of the book. Remember we talked about Black Lives Matter? Matter, yes. So the reason why it's saying Black Lives Matter is because so many people whose skin is black have died. So their lives matter because they're killing so many people. People need to be safe, and the police should help keep people safe, right? You agree? What do you see here? What do you see? Three police officers. What do you see, Maya?
I see 1, 2, 3, and one kid's mommy.
One kid and his mommy.
Then,
What do you think the police officer is doing?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Cause he saved the kid.
Oh, he saved the kid, so he was protecting the kid, you think?
No, the kids, the police officer, we don't let kids.
Yeah, they do. They protect everybody. The police grabs the bad guy on the neck. Yeah, that's what happened to George Floyd, right? It's important to say the person's name, George Floyd. So people need to be treated fairly.
The people is so nice. The mom, the dad is so bad.
Where you live, it's so bad.
The coronavirus.
Oh, the coronavirus is bad. It is bad.
I see you.
They need black people to feel safe and treated fairly. We saw something similar to this, huh?
Cause bad guys stole the kid candy. There are girls over there and there are boys over there.
Yep, there's girls and they're holding a big sign. Remember we learned that word? It's called protesting.
What do their signs say, Teacher Stephanie?
Let's see. This one says, if all lives matter, then why aren't you rallying with us?
Cause it means cause bad guys stole all the candies. Cause he wanted to eat it all.
So when you steal candies, that means you're bad if you're stealing?
Then the kids called the tweezers. Then the tweezer. Oh, can I see the bad guy on it? Then he see the police. Then he tried the whites. Then he find the bad guy. Then he got his neck. Then he got in jail.
So the person who they stepped on his neck, he's in jail?
No, then creo que puede ser. Quiero dijo que quiere decir.
He did say that.
Did you hear her, Natalia?
All the candy.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me? She is going to him. I came in the television. He said she's going to breathe.
Yeah.
The police always killing him.
Yeah. So Maya said on the TV, Natalia, she saw that the police officer was squishing his neck and his stomach. That he was saying, George Floyd was saying, I can't breathe. And what did the police officer do, Maya?
He like this.
He did it harder.
Then his mom said, I saw the bad guy stole the kids candy. Then the police say, I want that. Then he say that. Then say no. I say, he said, I want that. Then he goes on the police car. Then
says, people are protesting to make things better.
I see some words on there, Teacher
Ooh,
Stephanie.
look at this. This man?
No, that's not the man. I don't know that.
You don't know who this is?
That's George Floyd.
That's George Floyd from the beginning of the book, remember?
Yes.
And look at those words right next
It's
to
a
them.
big yellow with a red border word saying. It says, I can't breathe.
Maya, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
You said that that's the words he was saying, that he couldn't breathe.
Yeah. And when you can't breathe, it's not a good feeling. You see this already? Yeah, and it's, yeah.
He was choking.
He was running? Yeah.
No, I don't know.
That's probably from a different story, Maya. Oh, look at this sign in the middle. It says, we will not be silent. So, silent means quiet. So, everybody here wants to speak up and say something. They're not going to be quiet. Because what happened to George Floyd wasn't right. He told the police officer, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. And the police officer didn't move. So do you think the police officer was respecting George Floyd? Do you think so? No, right?
What? What did you say?
Do you think the police officer was respecting his space? No?
No.
Why not?
Because dijo que porque lo puso alto y no le dejó respirar.
So you still think he stole a car? Should we see what else happened, Natalia? Let's see. Together, we can make change by speaking up. What's this?
Hand.
A hand. It's holding up.
Yeah.
And then here it says, someone with a different skin color, brown, is saying, Black Lives Matter. And she's saying, no human being is illegal.
What does it say in the middle, Teacher Stephanie?
It says, tu lucha es mi lucha. Your fight is my fight.
Oh, es como si.
Yeah, it's like that line.
But they're fighting for something different, right? They're fighting so that people can breathe and that officers aren't killing innocent people,
Yes.
innocent Black people.
Yes.
The bag has all the food, all the candies. No, ellos también roban candies, pero ellos no roban candies. Ellos roban personas.
Who does?
The police officers.
So I think you're referring to the ICE agents, how they take children away, and sometimes they don't see their moms or their dads, huh, Natalia? Yeah, that's a good thing you mentioned that, Maya. A lot of people talked about that, and they were also protesting for that too. Let's see.
There's one more page. Look, Natalia.
One more page, let's see. Because none of us are free until all of us are free.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, as the numbers say,
But because none of us are free until all of us are free. Yeah. Do you guys know what it means to be free?
Look at those pictures.
Look at who's holding these signs now. We've seen adults hold it, but who's holding it now?
The kids.
The kids. So your voices matter too. When you see something wrong, you guys have power in you to what? To speak up. Right? Because it's called the fist of power.
These power?
Yes.
You're like a superhero.
It's kind of like a superhero, huh?
It is kind of like a superhero. They stand up for injustices.
So yes, so a lot of the things you're seeing on TV about George Floyd, Natalia, is that he was killed, and a lot of people are protesting because what happened to him was not okay. He had a family, and the police officer didn't hear what he was saying and ignored him. He kept on saying, I can't breathe. And the police officer, and the person was recording it so she can have proof, like evidence,
Like this one?
that he couldn't
Like
breathe.
this one?
Yeah.
Like this